Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, Dave D Fishing. So in this video, we are going to be fishing for tautog. So I'm going to try using jigs first for them, tipped with crab that I caught. The jigs also are something that I made. I'll put a link in the description below of how I made those. So we're going to be using some green crab, some Asian shore crab. We're going to be fishing lighter tackle. I'm using my Albie setup because it's plenty stiff enough to handle these tog. So the jigs, as far as weight, I'm going to be starting off with 1.5. It doesn't hurt to start off a little bit heavier. This area that I'm fishing goes between 20 feet to 80 feet, believe it or not. So we're going to fish around the pilings of this bridge and we're going to hope for a bite. I want to try and keep maybe 2 or 3 of them. My freezer is empty. So, all right, let's get fishing.
All right, so the reel that I'm using is this Daiwa Saltus 3000. And it is spooled up with 15-pound Power Pro braided line. Seems to be enough. Catch Albies with it. This is actually my Albie rod. And this is my Tsunami Carbon Shield 2. Again, that I use for Albies. And it works pretty well for tautog too, using jigs. So this is the 7-foot 6-inch version of this carbon shield. Fast action. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's rated up to 3/4 of an ounce, but I'm going to be using 1.5 ounces. I'm not casting or anything. I'm just dropping it. This rod is really light, very strong. I've caught keeper stripers on this thing. I use it all the time. It's one of my favorite rods for the money. I believe it was like 120 bucks. You can't beat it, and it looks fantastic. So to put a crab on your tautog jig, simply trim off all the claws and legs close to the body. And then you will cut the crab in half. And then you will put the tip of the hook through one of the leg sockets that you just made by trimming off the legs. And then you will thread it through and around out of another socket. And you should be good to go. And just make sure that hook point is exposed. If it is not exposed, you will miss a lot of fish.
So my parameters for using tautog jigs is more dependent on whether or not it can hold bottom. Depth isn't so much a factor. So I only made these jigs up to 1.5 ounces. If you have larger jigs, feel free to fish as deep as you want. So as long as the jig holds bottom, you're good. I highly recommend that you guys use fluorocarbon leader. I'm using 30-pound fluorocarbon leader. You can get away with mono, but fluorocarbon is definitely more abrasion resistant. And if a fish runs you in the rocks or you get snagged, you're less likely to lose your hook or lose that fish. So to use these tautog jigs, if you're on a kayak, simply just flip it out in front of you a couple feet, let it sink all the way to the bottom, and you will know you're on the bottom once your line goes slack with the bail open. And then once you see slack in your line, just simply close the bail and reel the line in until you feel tension or the weight of the jig. And then just bounce the jig every 5 seconds or so. That should be fine. If you get a bite and you miss the fish and you still feel the weight of the jig with the crab on it, just put the jig back down and give it a quick little shimmy, and more often than not, the tautog will come back over. Now, if you're using this jig from shore, you're obviously going to cast it out, and same thing, let it sink to the bottom, and you're going to give it a twitch every couple seconds or so. But realize that if you're using these from shore, you're more likely to get snagged because of the angle that you're fishing at. I'm going to reiterate that tautog are extremely structure oriented. Don't be afraid to fish right up close to these pilings or rocks. If you're not, you're less likely to be near the fish. So one might ask, why use such light tackle for tautog? They're pretty strong fish. So the simple answer is because it's fun. Fishing from a kayak or a boat using jigs, it's less likely that you're going to get snagged, and you get to feel the full force of the fish fighting back. So if you haven't tried fishing with jigs with light tackle, definitely give it a try. And here's the first fish of the day. I accidentally snagged a small female tautog.
Snagged her on the side. Snagged fish don't count. Alright, but yep, there she is. Right in the cheek. that's a small fish. Even the small fish are pretty fun on the on light tackle. Oh, it's a little baby boy. I think he wants to stay with me. All right, last look at him. Come on, eat it, fish. Ooh, there we go. Brought my net with me, but I think we could swing him up. Oh, he's peeing. Oh no. All right, so that is a very nice tautog right there. Hooked right in the corner of the mouth, big old chin, lovely. It's like 18 and a half. Very good. All right, let's get this hook out. So we're gonna keep him. He's gonna make a nice dinner. I'm gonna keep 3. I think I'm only gonna keep 3 this spring. I don't know what happened to his tail, but all right, let's get this hook out. All right, something's pecking at it. Come on, take it. Oh, that's another nice eater right there. All right. All right, look at that. All right, 18 and a quarter, 18 and a quarter, very nice. All right, I'm gonna bleed this thing up and we're gonna get him on the stringer. Alright guys, so you reached the end of this tautog video where we used tautog jigs. I caught a bunch of short fish today. I went through a gallon of crab and I eventually caught 2 keeper fish, 18 and a quarter inch and then a 18 and a half inch fish. They bit really early in the morning between sunrise and 8-9 o'clock, and then the bite shut off. The boat traffic started picking up. The current switched the way it was going. It was going out when I was catching those fish, and then the tide came in, boat traffic picked up, and the bite just stopped. I did mark stripers. I saw pogies flipping on the top. I tried for squid, didn't catch anything, but I got enough meat for the spring as far as tautog. I'm gonna eat those and then I'm gonna move on to winter flounder. Winter flounder I'll be going for this Thursday. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you at least found it entertaining. Please like and subscribe and stay tuned for more fishing.